Hello there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to the Trinity Stamps YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be making a 4-bar sized St. Patrick's Day card. I started out with the rainbow Slimline die set and created a rainbow panel. I actually have made a bunch of these and put them in rainbow order. Even if it doesn't start with pink, it's still in rainbow order, and I've saved them to create cards with. I'm going to take this brand new 4-bar envelope builder and card set and die cut out the largest panel from that rainbow panel and save that for my background. I'm also going to use this little heart die to die cut out a bunch of hearts that will be a shaker. I'm making a full panel shaker, so I have some plastic here that comes around. It's like packaging, and I am going to cut that so it's slightly larger than my background panel, and there are some excess pieces that I'll trim off the top of this, and right now it's also 2 ply, so I need to cut off that seam, and then I have another piece I can use for another card another time. So next I need to cut off the corners, because when I fold this around my card front, those corners would be too bulky and not work great for a full panel shaker. Edge to edge shaker, they're called lots of different things. Okay, so now I'm going to put this double-sided tape on 3 of the sides. I'm going to center this on that plastic panel and fold up those 3 sides, adhering it to that double-sided tape. Now I want to be careful not to pull this too tight, or it's not going to be a good shaker. Then I'm going to take all of those hearts I die cut from some brushed gold cardstock and fill up my shaker. Then it's time to seal up the top flap, again with double-sided tape and not too tight, so the shaker bits can still move around. But I do like to test it out to make sure I didn't cut my corners too close, otherwise some bits can escape. Probably not with these larger hearts, but maybe if you'd done something a little bit tinier for your shaker, they could escape if you cut those corners too close. Now I'm bringing in the Joyful Heart Gnome stamp set. I don't have St. Patrick's Day stamps really, so I just decided to play with what I have. Rainbows. This gnome can be colored in colors that make it look very festive for St. Patrick's Day, with a bright green hat like I'm doing here. I'm using G19 as my darkest color, and you can see I'm not coloring all the way to the edge. This is something I found recently that I like to do with gnome hats, and it leaves a little bit lighter area or highlight there with the same colors that I'm coloring with. So I really like to do that lately. I'm not an expert Copic colorist by any means, but I love doing it, and I've picked up little tips and tricks as I've gone along from seeing other people color, and I just love doing it. So for his beard, I thought I would go with some red hair, and that would also give him a little bit of a St. Patrick's leprechaun feel. So you can see I used E19, I used YR18 next, and I'm just kind of flicking the color in and adding kind of some strokes that would look like hair. I'm going to use 4 different colors, and I'm going to go back and forth between these colors quite a bit. I have this YR4, which is my marker that gives me trouble. I have refilled this thing. I have a new tip on this thing. I think I just need to get a new YR04 marker. It's just not going well. And then I'm ending with Y38 for a highlight. It's kind of looking like fire right there, so I decided to keep blending, bring back those colors, work it back and forth, add some more shadows, and I'm really loving how it finished up. So I colored his face there with E11 and E13, and then I used some tonal gray markers for his boots, and then I use Y28 for that heart that he's holding. It doesn't really matter what color I colored it. It needed to be gold-ish, and you'll see why here in a little bit. So I die cut that out with the coordinating die, and I think it's such a cute gnome. And then I need a place for this gnome to sit on my card. So I brought back the Slimline Rainbow die set and this border of clouds. I'm going to cut this from some white glitter cardstock, and then I'm going to glue it down. Now you see I have the 4-bar die set there again. I thought I was going to cut this, but my clouds got really close to the edge of the paper, too close for me to use that die to cut it out so it would have the same edge as my background, so I just left it. I glued that to my card front as well as my gnome, and now I need a custom sentiment because I don't really have any St. Patrick's Day sets, so I'm going to use my graham cracker alphabet, which is one of my favorites because it is the perfect size for making cards, and I'm going to cut that from some bright green cardstock, and it's going to say lucky me. So I'm just using my fine tip glue applicator and some tweezers to make this just a little bit easier for me, and lining that up with the top of the card. Now the only thing you need to make sure if you're going to do this like I'm doing it is that you're able to spell backwards. That's a problem for me sometimes. All right, so now I have my metallic watercolors, and I'm going to paint over the top of that heart so it has some metallic shine to it, just like the hearts in the shaker. I think it turned out really cool. You just have to be careful not to paint over the stamped lines right there. And then it matches the hearts so good from the shaker. Check it out. So cool. All right, time to glue that down to my 4-bar card, which is a 5x7 piece of paper scored at 3.5. Fun little size. And I decided to add just my handwriting on the inside. I'm going to send this to my niece, and so I thought some bold handwriting would be easiest for her to read. And then I'm going to add some little clay hearts on top, and I thought pink would be something nice for a contrast and bring out some of the pink in the rainbow as well. And what the perfect finishing touch that is to my full panel shaker card. So cute. So I encourage you to shop your stash, see what you have, and use it for something different like I did today on this St. Patrick's Day card. Thank you so much for stopping by and visiting the Trinity Stamps YouTube channel. If you'd like more inspiration, you can also find us on Facebook and Instagram. And I will be back again soon with another video just for you. Thanks for watching. Bye.